What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little maintenance on the Civic. We're going to be go ahead and switching out the transmission fluid on it. My car's just about at 45,000 miles. And I got myself here AMSOIL manual synchronous transmission fluid. I've personally have never used this stuff, to be honest, but I hear really good things about it. Got it recommended by a friend of mine. So I'm excited to try it out and see how it works. If you don't know, for our 1.5s Civic turbos, it just takes 2 quarts. So let's just have 2 of these. It's not that hard of a change out to do. Only thing you're gonna need really is a pretty long extension and a ratchet, and you can get the 2 bolts off so you can fill it in. And here I'll show you real quick where they are. If your Civic still has a stock airbox or the bigger 271 airbox, you might have to remove that to get to the transmission plug, the fill hole. Luckily I have the PRL Cobra, as you can see here, so it's pretty clear in this area because so I don't have to worry about removing any of it. I might take off the sensor cable here so it's not in the way, but if you look down there, and I'll point it out real quick, this right here is the bolt that you gotta remove, and as you can see, it's just a square shaped down there. It's not like any 10mm or 12 or 14 or whatever. It's a little square down there. So what you do is you take your extension and you just use the tip of it, because that's already squared off and that fits in there perfectly, and you go ahead and ratchet it off. And this particularly for our cars is this is for a 3/8. Yeah, it's for a 3/8 socket. So if you got a 3/8 extension, that'll fit on there perfectly fine. If you got a 1/2 inch, that's gonna be a little too big, so you'll have to go ahead and find yourself a 3/8 extension, which you should have. It's pretty common, pretty standard size. But yeah, that's all you're gonna need. And also for Jaytan, what are you doing? And for underneath the car is going to be the same thing, and I'll show you guys when I get down there. But again, all you're going to need is the extension, but you're not going to want one so long, because obviously if you're like me and you're doing it in your driveway, you're not raising the car a whole ton, so you're not going to be able to use a really long one. So I got a short one here. Don't mind the 10mm at the end, but any shorter one, attach it to your ratchet and you can take it off. Shit. Just leave that on there a little bit so I don't lose it. Let's go ahead and go underneath. Alright guys, so right now we're underneath the car. I got the skid plate off, it's right there on the floor. And then this plug right here is the one that you gotta remove to drain out the transmission fluid. It's right here next to the rear motor mount. Rear motor mount, transmission fluid plug. Pretty easy to find. It's literally the only thing down here that has a square insert, just like the top one. So that's the one that we want to take off. So we're gonna go ahead and get that one loosened out.
It's ready. That black glove is ready.
Yeah. So I got my old pan right here, right underneath it. This is probably gonna make a mess because it's a straight shot down, but let's go ahead and get it off. These things are usually on here tight as hell, so make sure you get good leverage Use both hands. There we go, got it loosened. Alright, let's see. Hope I don't make a big ass mess here. I think I'm just gonna let it drop in the pan, the plug. Or I might be able to grab it. Oh, nope. There it goes. Damn, this stuff comes out fast. Definitely a lot different from an oil change. I want to hold the pan up to it so you don't make too much of a mess, because this shit is really splashing. And this is why I wear gloves. You just take these off. Alright guys, so make sure obviously you got a little rag with you so you can clean up your messes. Also real quick, this bottom one does have a washer. So if you're like me and you just dropped it into the pan, make sure you get that washer so you can put it back on. You don't want to lose that or put the bolt back on without putting the washer first. So just keep that in mind. There is a washer, so make sure it stays on there. Real quick, while that's draining, I'm just looking at the underneath the engine, and God, you gotta love that PRL catless downpipe and front pipe combo. Still looking brand new, looks amazing. I never get to really see it from the top because of the I put the OEM heat shields on it. But every time I come down here to do the oil change and I see the piping, I'm like, damn, this thing is so nice. It was worth every penny. And of course, if you don't know, I've got the Grady Supreme SP catback, or actually front pipe back, full exhaust. That's also very nice to look at. Huge 3-inch piping all the way back. 3-inch on the PRL, both down pipe, front pipe. 3-inch on the Grady, all the way back to the Grady mufflers. Alright, well this thing looks about done, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this plug back in it. Put the plug back in it, and then I'll clean off the rest here. Nice and loose. Clean it up. Go ahead and tighten it up. There we go. Okay, so this is all the transmission fluid here, and surprisingly, it's actually not that bad. I was expecting it to be a lot darker because I did a little bit of research real quick while I was waiting for this to drain out. And apparently Honda recommends to swap this out every 30,000 miles. And like I said earlier, I'm at 45 now, so I thought this would be a lot dirtier, but that's actually not that bad. It's pretty light in color. I thought it'd be a lot darker, you know, like oil, like regular motor oil, but I don't know, maybe that's just the way it is. This is the first time I changed transmission fluid, to be honest. So I don't know if it's supposed to be really, really black when it's time to change it. Maybe I should have left it alone, but hey, whatever. Fresh oil can't ever hurt. Alright, so I got my 2 quarts here, and let's go ahead and fill her up. Got my little funnel down there on the fill plug. Just hope I don't spill anything. Alright, that's 1 quart down. And there goes quart number 2. Now this is the fill plug, and unlike the drain plug, this one does not have a washer. So don't worry about a washer for the top one because it does not have one. Only the bottom of the car, the drain plug, has the washer. So you can go ahead and just pop this back on and then tighten her up. There you go, and we're all set. Good to go. And of course, if you unplugged it like I did, don't forget to plug in your sensor again. Because if not, your car will not run. It's not right.
It's not ready?
There you go. And it's all set, guys. Well, guys, as always, I hope you found this video useful. And hopefully this makes it a lot easier for you guys if you're going to change your own transmission fluid. As you saw, it wasn't that bad to do. It's just the two bolts that you got to undo. The top one was on there extremely tight. So that one did take me a couple minutes before I got it off. But eventually it came off like everything else. And we were good to go. But if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Until next time, take care and have a great day.